RSN YouTube, regionsports.com, and IHSAATV.org. We come to you tonight from Valparaiso on the campus of Valparaiso High School as Von Tobel presents the Michigan City Wolves taking on the Valparaiso Vikings. I'm Ryan Zimmerman alongside Doug Nelson. And Doug, this early season matchup in the Duneland Athletic Conference features two teams that have gone about their 2-1 records in a couple of different ways, but it makes for a very intriguing matchup.
Yeah, Ryan, thanks for having me. Again, we've talked about it. This field's going to be full of firepower. A lot of Division I athletes and two teams that could eventually meet up again in Sectional 10 down the road. But I know that feels like a long way away, but it'll be here before we know it.
We'll start by taking a look at Valparaiso. Obviously, the defending IHSAA 5A champions. They come into this game with a 2-1 record, but that one loss, the season opener against Penn, that might have been the best thing for them.
It was. I've talked to some people in Valpo, and that got the kids' attention. Everybody all off season are telling you how good you are, and you're going to go back to Indy, and we're booking our hotels. But that in a way, that there's no such. I don't think there's a bad thing as a loss in August. So they get the kids' attention, get them back at work and get them focused on this year, not last year.
As for Michigan City, a complete overhaul in the offseason. You bring in a new head coach in Cody French. He inherits a 2-win team, and 4 weeks into the season, he's already matched that, and this team continues to get better each and every week.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think they're getting better and better. They're buying in. It's there. The talent's definitely there with Division I athletes, and they've got size on the line, and the coach and his staff have got things going in the right direction.
Take a look at these two teams, where they want to go. It's obviously the same goal. You want to win state every year, but in a conference that's as stacked as the Dunelands, these are wins that you need even here in Week 4 in the season.
Well, again, I think more importantly than winning is playing well. It's about momentum and playing your best at the end of the year. At this point in the season, they're all excited about playing for a Duneland Conference title, and but if you're out of that race, then you're making progress toward the postseason, right? I mean, that's the eventual goal. Winning a sectional and having that pile on the field and having that excitement in the community makes you forget what happened in the regular season. In Indiana, everybody's ready to go. Everybody's in the postseason tournament. So, a win in the postseason and getting hot at the right time, that cures a lot of ills.
It certainly does, and we'll continue our coverage of game night built by Von Tobel in the region in just a few moments. We'll take a look at tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Gladys Law when we return. This is Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Are you a builder, remodeler, or homeowner? If so, you need quality materials at the right price. Whether you're just getting started or a seasoned pro, Von Tobel's friendly and knowledgeable staff can help. And since we're 100% employee-owned, every time you come in, you're dealing with an owner. We have a great selection for kitchen, bath, flooring, decking, and more. Plus, we offer free design consults to help you with your next project. Scan or visit vontobels.com today to book your free consultation. Von Tobel, building better together.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Welcome back to Game Night in the Region, built by Von Tobel here on the Region Sports Network. Ryan Zimmerman here alongside Doug Nelson as we're just 10 minutes away from kickoff for this Duneland Athletic Conference matchup between the Michigan City Wolves and the defending IHSAA 5A state champion Valparaiso Vikings. At this point, let's take a look at the starting lineups brought to you by Gladys Law. They're here to help. Action, not words. Starting with the Michigan City offense, this is who head coach Cody French has taken the field to start tonight's contest. On the offensive line from left to right, Deion Smith, Brandon Reynolds, Jelani Kiner, Lawrence Phillips, and Edgar Garcia. Tyler Bush, the starting quarterback, Jaden Hart in the backfield behind him. Cameron Bell, Benjamin Martin, and Elijah Collins make up the receiving core with Logan Moreland, the H-back.
Again, a lot of talent. Tyler Bush has thrown for 516 yards. He's a little heavy, 3 interceptions in 3 games, but he's got 7 passing touchdowns, so he's a talent in the backfield.
Certainly a lot of options for him to distribute the football. They've got tons of firepower both in the run game and in the pass game.
Yeah, we talk about Jaden Hart, 215 yards so far in 3 games. I'm sure he's going to be keyed on by the Valpo defense. You got Benjamin Martin's got 142 receiving yards, and Derek Coleman's got 70 receiving yards. So, a lot of talent, and Benjamin Martin's got 3 touchdowns already. So he's another talented, skilled player for Michigan City.
As for the Vikings defense, here's who Bill Marshall trusts to stop them. Along the defensive line, it's Tanner Young, Reuben Wall, Parker Gleason, and Dylan McGuire. The linebacking core, Tommy Ampeliotis, Ty Veen, Xander Corning, and Sammy Ampeliotis. And in the secondary, Jacob Moore, Tyler Verscher, and Tice Morris.
Yeah, Ty Veen's been all over the place this year, man. He's everywhere, flying around. The one thing I've seen with the Valpo defense this year is not only do they get in the backfield, but they're very good at defending sideline to sideline. They spread out that, the runner and turn it back into the middle and let their big guys do the work from behind.
Certainly will be a fun matchup to watch, speed versus speed all over the field in that matchup.
Absolutely, and there'll be some big hitting, and we'll see if there's some big plays tonight. Valpo, they've also done interestingly enough, they bring their safeties up. They're going to dare you to beat them, over their head. But we'll see if Michigan City's got the athletes to try to put one on, over the top, and you got to take that shot anyway just to soften up the defense.
As for the Valpo offense, here is how the Vikings look. Along the line from left to right, it's Matt Hofer, Ben Reichard, DeAndre Price, Grant Anderson, and Caleb Sharp. Justin Clark is the starting quarterback with Travis Davis, the running back behind him. The receiving core, that's Julian Stokes, Keegan Begley, and Scotty Bradney. Carter Emmett is the H-back.
I've seen those guys, like I said, last couple of weeks, and they're just loaded with firepower, just like Michigan City. It's fun to see Scotty Bradney get out in the open, and the 3-headed monster of Travis Davis, Thomas Berta, and Gage Finley in the backfield. They have 3 running backs that could start for any team here in Northwest Indiana.
As for the Michigan City defense, here is how the Wolves line up. Along the offensive line, they run a 4-4 as well. Adrian Hawley, George Branch, Brett Kelly, and Thomas Farrell on the defensive line. The linebacking core is made up of Michael Crawford, Jahari Branch, Caden Pierce, and Javen Lewis. And in the secondary, Amarion Hodgson, Gary Mitchell, and Damon Thomas.
Yeah, again, they only gave up 6 points last week to Cheshire Trojans. Again, I think they're just getting better and better. They're kind of ball hawks. They're looking for turnovers. They swarm to the ball, and they're always making good things happen.
Those are your Gladish Law starting lineups for tonight's matchup. Gladish Law Group continues to be recognized by U.S. News and World Report as a top law firm. Visit GladishLaw.com for more information. We'll step aside for the national anthem, but when we come back, it'll be the Quintel kickoff between Michigan City and Valparaiso. You're watching Game Night, built by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. The national anthem is in the books, and it's just about time for kickoff at Vikings Field. That'll be coming to you next. This is Game Night, built by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Quintel Incorporated is a family-owned and operated company located in Northwest Indiana that specializes in the reconditioning, repair, and remanufacturing of heat exchangers. Since 1994, Quintel has been handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country. Equipped with the most modern technology and advanced tools, Quintel provides top-notch service. When you trust Quintel for all your needs, you'll get peace of mind and a finished job that exceeds your expectations. For more info about Quintel and the services they provide, visit quintel-inc.com.
When life takes you places and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strack and Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use, and it can save you time and money. Once your order is in, our own Strack and Van Til team preps your order with care. For delivery or pickup, enjoy the convenience of letting our to-go team shop for you. Enjoy your special moments. Sign up online today at shop.strackandvantil.com.
It's nearly that time. Just under 2 minutes away from kickoff between the Michigan City Wolves and the Valparaiso Vikings. Welcome back to Game Night in the Region, built by Von Tobel here on the Region Sports Network. Ryan Zimmerman here alongside Doug Nelson as this Duneland Athletic Conference matchup is set to begin. It's Patriot Day here at Viking Fields. The Valparaiso High School administration put on an excellent job during the pregame, honoring veterans that are both alive and have passed, that have served from the region. Certainly something that you just love to see on a night like tonight. Football means so much to these communities, and it's really incredible to see Valpo honor the veterans from their region.
Absolutely, and like you mentioned, Valparaiso High School administration does it right. Stacey Adams, been doing it a long time, just an amazing gentleman, and they always find a way to put seats in the stands. You know, they had a bunch of young, maybe a cheerleader camp or something going on, but they always find a way to get people here, and you can just feel the buzz and the energy, and the temperature's dropping a little bit, starting to feel like football weather a little bit.
Speaking of which, let's take a look at tonight's Economy Electric Heating and Cooling Friday night forecast. As you mentioned, Doug, the temperature is dropping here at Vikings Field. 63 degrees as of right now. That's expected to drop to around 60 by the time it's all said and done. It's fall. We're nearly getting to that point where you experience that crisp football weather week in and week out.
As long as it stays dry, Ryan, right? We don't want that sleet and snow. We haven't had that yet, and knock on wood, we haven't had the old weather delay. So we got a perfect night for football. The conditions are great, and just leave it to the guys on the field.
Taking a look at what's ahead, only a 5% chance of precipitation at its highest throughout the night. Hopefully no weather delays, but as of right now, things look pretty good.
Absolutely. Let's let the kids decide it on the field, and don't let weather get in the way of this one.
That's the Game Night forecast, brought to you by Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, keeping you cool in the summer and cozy in the winter. The captains for both teams are on the field for the coin toss. They shake hands at midfield. It's time.
It's here again. You need to spend all week. Coaches are game planning. Kids are getting ready, resting, doing what they got to do to get ready. And you got two quality programs here in the Duneland ready to get after it. Like you said, this game means a lot. You got two undefeated teams here in the Duneland, and you got to win to stay on top. And Northwest Indiana, this is the conference to compete in.
Michigan City will kick it off to get things underway. Gavin Baldwin will send it away to Scotty Bradney and Julian Stokes, both lined up at their own 10. Of course, this kickoff is brought to you by Quintel Incorporated, specializing in the reconditioning, repair, and remanufacturing of heat exchangers.
Talk a little bit about it, but who's going to win the turnover game, right? Some keys to the game, and who's going to be on top. Don't shoot yourself in the foot. Who's going to give up the big plays, and stay within themselves and do the right thing.
Baldwin lines this one up. Referees wait to give him the okay. Here's the whistle. Baldwin set to boot it deep, and here we go. It's a low drive towards the 25. Valparaiso picks it up, squirting around towards the 40-yard line before getting wrapped up. They went short. Jackson Joby there to take it up towards the Valparaiso 40, and that's where the Vikings will get started tonight.
That's the effect that Scotty Bradney has. He's one of the fastest guys I've seen this year, and Michigan City is going to try to limit how many times the ball is in his hands tonight.
And that's the effect of that. That gives Valparaiso's offense great field position to start. Justin Clark lines up in shotgun. Travis Davis, the running back, to his right. They immediately go to him, breaks it outside before getting stood up by the Michigan City defense just past the 40-yard line.
Yeah, that was great gang tackle there. They kind of got underneath him. You stand him up just like you said it, and that's how you got to bring him down. It's not going to be one guy bringing him down tonight.
That pushes Davis over 400 yards on the season. I expect he'll probably get his fair share of carries tonight. This Valparaiso offense is really built around speed, and the ground game has a big part to do with that.
Yeah, again, they got three guys back there that are good as anybody around with Berta and Gage Finley, so they can shift guys around and keep guys fresh.
Second down and about 7 for the Vikings. They go back to Davis, breaks it off to the right, shifting through tacklers. He's just a yard shy of the first. They mark him at the 48-yard line.
Michigan City's doing a pretty good job of slowing them down so far. I know that's 10 yards in 2 plays, but they're making them work for it.
After a further ruling, they're going to give him the first down, so Davis moves the chains for Valparaiso. They're just a yard shy of midfield, just under a minute gone by here in the first quarter.
Yeah, well, Michigan City's got some size on the line there. Like you mentioned, they got some Division I talent. They're holding their own so far.
Another handoff up the gut to Davis, pushing the pile towards the Michigan City 45. He falls forward just a bit shy of the line. About a 6-yard gain on first down. Valparaiso has really come out and established the tempo on the ground.
Yeah, they're going to pound the ball and keep the clock rolling, but for Michigan City, number 0, Caden Pierce, he's been in on every tackle so far. 5'10", 203 senior, so he's around the ball all the time.
That's what you get out of a guy like him, a defensive leader. 25 tackles coming into today, second on the team.
Yeah.
They go up the gut once again. Davis has a little running room, drags defenders past him inside the 40-yard line. Valparaiso moves the chains once again.
Again, number 88, Michigan City's leading sack guy with 3, Adrian Holly. He was in on that tackle. He's a 6'6" junior. Again, great size for a young man, and you always keep waiting for Davis to break one, right? He's getting more and more, and he's going to break one more tackle, and he's going to bust one long here eventually, maybe. But Michigan City, like I said, they're going to have to decide, are they going to sell out and stop that? But then that opens up the perimeter for Valpo.
They go with a new running back, Thomas Berta. He buries forward towards the 31. Another sizable gain on first down. Valparaiso continues to stay ahead of the chains.
Yeah, and again, that gives you the option of Berta being able to bounce it outside, right? It's kind of like the old Pittsburgh Steelers with them when they had Jerome Bettis and, just some speed and size, and that's hard to prepare for.
So each of the top 2 running backs on the Valparaiso depth chart have had their fair share of momentum in the early stages. The whistle goes, and Valparaiso is going to sub Berta back in for the first time tonight. We're getting a 2 running back look.
Well, I think he's just got a little equipment malfunction down here.
That might be it.
He'll get back in there.
Lines up at tight ends in the meantime. They go right back to Davis between the tackles, powers forward, looks like he has the first.
If you're Valpo, you're good with this. 3 or 4 yards every shot. But, again, this is the kind of thing that wears down defensive lines.
They're yet to put the ball in the air. They're just content to continue handing it off and getting all the yards they've been getting.
Yeah, why put it in the air if you don't have to, right? Play it safe, play it strong up the middle, and make Michigan City stop you.
The Wolves continue to stack the box in the meantime. Another handoff. Davis breaks it back over the middle before getting stood up just inside the 25-yard line.
I thought Michael Crawford there, 5'11 junior from Michigan City, did a great job of turning that back into the middle. He was on the outside kind of waiting for Davis, and again, lead him back to your help.
A gain of 4 for Davis sets up 2nd and 6 for the Vikings offense. They're on the outskirts of the red zone. Already 4 minutes gone by in their drive to open the action.
See, they're bringing their backers up.
They go up the middle this time with Berta across the first down marker and more. He falls forward to the 15. Valparaiso's in the red zone.
Yeah, when you're bringing your backers up like that, it leaves you susceptible for them breaking one, because once they're past that first level, there's no one there. The secondary, of course, has got to guard their dangerous receivers, and the safety's got to stay back to help. But it's kind of pick your poison right now. And I've said that like every week for Valpo, but that's just the way it is.
Well, they may have listened to you the way they've been running the ball in this opening drive. Man in motion. They go with the handoff. Davis once again taking defenders with him inside the 15, but Michigan City holds him to a gain of 2.
Yeah, again, this is one of those interesting chess matches, right? They're kind of feeling each other out. This is those scripted plays. They talk about coaches script like their first 15 or 20 plays, and they're just kind of feeling each other out, seeing how they're going to react and adapt to what's going on.
This is a really quick team, too. You barely see them huddle. Quarterback Justin Clark just looks towards the sidelines, and just like that, they're ready to go with the next play. Under 7 minutes to go in the first. They go read option. Clark on the keeper inside the 10. Jukes a man up to the 5, and he dives forward to around the 4-yard line. That's enough for the first down, and Valparaiso has first and goal.
Well, that's what you just mentioned. That pays to the experience of Valpo. They return 19 of 22 starters, and to have that, Clark's like a coach on the field. Right, I mean, they're full of experience, and they've been in the big games. They've been in the highs and lows of games, so they're just like I said before, just don't shoot yourself in the foot, and good things are going to happen.
Valparaiso lines up at the 4, up the middle. Davis, he's into the end zone.
They did that pretty easily, didn't they?
Not a single pass play on the first drive of the game. Valpo just establishes their dominance between the trenches, and they're rewarded with the game's opening score.
Move the ball down the field, stay within the chains. Again, no flags, right? They didn't hurt themselves, so good things happen. Keep moving the ball forward.
Drayden Wilcox on to attempt the extra point. Good snap, good hold. The kick is through, and just like that, Valparaiso punishes Michigan City on the ground to take a 7-0 lead halfway through the first quarter. That first drive burned up nearly 6 minutes worth of clock.
That's how you do it. Valpo couldn't have drawn it up any better, and like I said, you've got the talented offensive line to make everybody else look real good. So that's a recipe for success here in high school football here in Northwest Indiana.
Now Michigan City gets their opportunity to counter.
We'll see if Valpo can slow down Michigan City's offense here.
It's 7-0 Valparaiso. 6:12 left to go in the first quarter, and for the first time today, Michigan City's offense gets to operate. Wilcox on to kick it off. Too deep for Michigan City. In the meantime, that's Cameron Bell and Benjamin Martin. Actually, check that. Derek Coleman.
See if they can keep pace with Valpo. It might be a shootout. That'd be fun, huh?
Certainly make for an incredible matchup this early in the Duneland Athletic Conference season.
I think either way, like you said, these guys will play each other down the road in Sectional 10. Might be in the first round, might be in the final, but it's going to go through these two teams.
Elijah Collins takes over for Cameron Bell as one of the deep men. Wilcox goes long. Coleman to field it just in front of the 10-yard line. Breaks towards the middle. He's got space and rumbles his way to the Michigan City 29. Now for the first time, we get to see Tyler Bush take this Michigan City offense onto the field.
We'll see again, like we said, a lot of talent back there. See if they can stay disciplined and answer the Valpo opening drive score.
It's 7-0 Valparaiso. They ran the ball down Michigan City's throats to open the scoring, and now a shot at a rebuttal. Michigan City opens up in shotgun. 4 receivers set. Now a little pre-snap motion, and Michigan City moved a little too early.
That's exactly what we're talking about. It's a flag. The Valpo drove with no flags. Did not, instill pain on themselves. You have to stay inside the chains and be disciplined here.
Just like that, it's 1st and 15. They're backed up to their own 24. Before the snap, the side judge just makes sure that the ball was spotted correctly. Michigan City's wide receivers, I think, were lined up in front of the line of scrimmage. So now Michigan City goes to work. Bush rolls to his right, eyes downfield. He lets it go for the sideline, and Coleman can't handle the throw.
Right through his hands. Quarterback did a great job. He was patient. They moved the pocket out to his right, and he put that right in his hands. He's going to have to catch those tonight to have a chance.
The play design was there. Collins was open.
He did a great job of coming back for the ball. Everything was right except the final part of the problem there.
So now he immediately gets subbed out after being unable to handle the pass. Logan Moreland lines up in his place as the H-back. Bush fakes the handoff, keeps his eyes downfield. It's a screen, and Hart has some room to run. Past midfield, one man to beat, and he gets taken down at the Valparaiso 30. Jaden Hart was just inches away from breaking off for Michigan City's first touchdown, but Ben Fedorchak there was the last line of defense.
What a great pass by Bush. You see a couple fakes there. Fake the reverse, fake the inside handoff. Nice little touch pass over the front of the zone. Great job there by Michigan City.
Hart's such a dynamic playmaker. You just want to get him the ball as many times as possible, and he showed you why right there.
Absolutely.
One big play has Michigan City in business. They hand off to Hart, looking for space up the middle, and he dives forward towards the Valpo 26.
He's going to be your workhorse here tonight. Again, you want to put your hand in playmakers' hands and let them go to work, and he's off to a good start.
Michigan City continues to operate without huddling up. One last pre-snap substitution. Derek Coleman in as he fills in for Logan Moreland as the H-back.
Both teams subbing guys in and out early on here.
Bush runs play action, rolling right, looks towards the sideline. It's out of everybody's reach and out of bounds.
I think that's a good decision. If you saw it, he had a receiver stacked on that side, both going to the right to the sideline. You put it in a spot where only your guy can get it, or it goes out of bounds and you live to see another play.
I'd say it's more towards the latter. The closest receiver was on the other team. Sammy Empeliotis gave it his best to try and snag an INT.
But he did throw it out of bounds, so he didn't have a chance to go get it.
Very true. 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Michigan City on the move. They trail Valparaiso 7-0. It's 3rd and 7 on the Vikings' 27-yard line.
Big third down here early on. See if Valpo brings any heat. False start again.
That's the second false start penalty on Michigan City on this opening drive. This one could really handcuff them.
It doesn't sound like much, but that's 10 yards. You know what I mean? They'd be inside the red zone almost if they're not having these silly mistakes.
Keep in mind, their kicker, Gavin Baldwin, has not attempted a field goal this year. You have to imagine this is 4-down territory.
I was watching him during warm-ups. He wasn't real accurate, so I'm sure they're not hoping to need him tonight.
Bush to throw. Rolling right, pressure coming, heaves it towards the end zone. It is caught! Cameron Bell hauls it in at the 6. Michigan City converts on 3rd and long, and they've got 1st and goal.
Well, the receiver did a great job of keeping the defender behind him. And Bush did it. He threw that before the receiver broke. They've practiced that route. That was beautiful.
The Bush to Bell connection goes for over 20, and Michigan City is just a handful of yards away from knotting this one up.
Again, that was a great job on both ends. Receiver he's a little undersized out there, but did a great job of keeping the defender behind him.
A lot of bodies at the line of scrimmage. They go with the handoff to Hart, cuts his way inside the 5. But Valpo ready for it. They hold him to a minimal gain.
Yeah, they're going to clog that middle up. You have to keep going up the middle to try to soften up this. Like we mentioned before, it's like a body blow. He fumbled the ball.
That ball came loose. Valpo has it. Hart lost it late. Inside their own 5, Valparaiso gets the turnover they need.
Well, I saw Hart got bent back. If you see it on the video there, he got bent back pretty good, and he might have been, when that happens, you start grabbing for legs, and, it might have been out of pure panic that he lost that football, but he got bent back pretty good on that play.
He looked down initially, but I guess Valpo kept him up, and the takeaway sets him up inside their own 5. For the moment, Valpo's defense holds serve.
We'll see if Michigan City can keep them back in their field, in their field position.
The quarterback, Clark, lines up inside his own end zone. Handoff up the middle to Travis Davis, and Michigan City holds him to a minimal gain. Nearly inside 4 minutes in the first quarter. Valparaiso, the only score thanks to their ground game. They still have not attempted a pass now in their second drive.
And we talked about, we had 2 penalties and a fumble. Michigan City was marching, moving the ball really well there. Again, self-inflicted wounds like this, that's what the difference between close games.
They go to Davis up the middle again. Michigan City was ready for it, and Davis is stood up. Adrian Hawley was right in the middle of that one.
Big third down here. About 3rd and 6 here for Valpo. Michigan City would love to get a stop and have them punt from their own end zone.
And considering how much they love to rush the quarterback, you have to think they'd send the house if they can hold Valpo here.
Well, but you also have to stay contained and or disciplined, because Valpo will run a little screen play for Davis or a little slant across the middle. So, we'll see who can get a stop here.
Valparaiso in shotgun. Clark to throw. Evades the rush inside his own end zone. Rolling right. He just launches it down the field. It's broken up.
That's got to be made.
Little defensive back.
Yeah, good call. Maybe he can drop back maybe a step or two and just do a quick kick.
They're going to let him throw. Bush looks over the middle, lets it go towards the end zone in triple coverage. It's knocked away. Tyler Verscher in the coverage once again, and Valparaiso forces the turnover on down.
Yeah, he threw into 3 defenders. They didn't have many options out there. Again, that's a tough decision. Roll the dice. Cameron Bell over there fell on the far sideline, so he only had really one option to throw to.
If you have one option, might as well let it be Elijah Collins, but Valparaiso knew that right away, hence the triple teaming.
Yeah, right. I mean, it was throwing into trouble, and if you throw a pick there, that's fine. It's like a good punt, right? I mean,
Valparaiso takes over with 1:17 to play in the first quarter. The referees stop play momentarily to make sure that they have this ball spotted correctly.
Good call. I think that's exactly what they're doing, but a lot of action in this game, but only a 7-0 score so far.
And what was the formula? Just back to basics, ground and pound.
Yeah, I think that's what you're going to see here again now. Set him up eventually, a play action.
Clark keeps it himself, pitches out wide to Davis. He's got a little room, cuts past the 45. Knocked out of bounds at around the 47, and that's enough for a Viking first down.
Nice little quick option to the short side of the field. Again, you've got seniors handling the football and, and staying within the sticks, moving the chains, and still no flags on Valpo other than the offensive pass interference.
And even then, the flag wasn't even accepted.
Right.
They go to Davis once again, up the gut, spins off a tackler, and stays on his feet. He's got the first down and more. Down the far sideline, out of bounds at the Michigan City 26. Davis shows off his athleticism once again. His longest run of the day.
Yeah, he's making a statement for DAC offensive MVP right now, right? He's moving. That spin move, little Barry Sanders move there, bouncing outside, making him play. Again, this will wear and tear on the defensive line of Michigan City here eventually.
All of Valparaiso's yards have come on the ground. Davis, the biggest chunk of them. Now Valparaiso on the move once again. Play clock at 7. A little movement up front for Michigan City. I think they're going to call the defense for encroachment.
Is that 4 penalties now? 4 accepted penalties on Michigan City?
And all of them pre-snap.
That's just discipline.
That comes right down to coaching. You get penalties like pass interference. That can be a bit of a judgment call. But those pre-snap penalties, you know exactly where it comes back to. Now 1st and 5 for Valparaiso. 1:02 left to go in the first quarter. Referees rule play dead immediately upon the snap.
False
a little
start.
pre-snap motion once again. This time it's false start on Valparaiso.
Getting a little sloppy here. Ryan, we're getting a little sloppy.
Immediately after the 5-yard gift, Valparaiso gives it right back, and it's 1st and 10 once again. 1 minute and 1 second left to play in the first quarter.
.102. I think he wants 102 on the scores for the time.
They're going to reset it to 102. You're right. 1 more second on the clock. Now that they have it set, the head official signals play on.
You never know. Could be a big second. Right?
And with the clock stopped after the penalty, it's not as though it's just going to run again. Keegan Begley moves across the formation for Valpo. They run a QB keeper left. Michigan City is all over it, and Deion Smith buries Clark in the backfield.
Yeah, they sniffed that out. They did a little. Sometimes you roll the dice and you get it right. A little blitz on the weak side over there. Good job by the Michigan City defense. Again, now you're getting Valpo behind the sticks. 2nd and long for Valpo.
Really only the first time that Valparaiso's had to operate in 2nd and long today.
Yeah, again, but Clark's got weapons on the perimeter. He can pass, or you can still, of course, always run it with Davis.
At the very minimum, the Vikings have to run at least one more play in the first quarter. Play clock at 5. They hurry to the line. Clark gets it off. Play action. Looking downfield, heaves it towards the end zone. He's got his man. Touchdown. Oh, he broke it up at the last second. He had Andrew Alcorn behind the Michigan City secondary, but he just couldn't haul it in.
And he did a great job of timing that. He stripped down right when the ball went through his hands. Alcorn's hands, the defender stripped down on the ball. He knew he was burnt. That's the only.
French wants to talk this one over with his defense.
I think it's that timeout, again, is an indication how big this play is. But they might have seen something that they didn't like or see something that they saw on film. But now I'm sure Coach Marshall and his staff will come out with a different play. So
we're yet to see a single second come off the clock in the second quarter. Both teams have used a timeout. This 4th and 2 might be one of the biggest plays in the go to pass. Bush down the far sideline. He's got his man in stride. They go over the top, and they've got Benjamin Martin. The big pitch and catch sets Michigan City up in Valparaiso territory.
I don't know if you saw it, Ryan. It was a little double move. That was a little hit and go. They kind of ball faked, and he little sluggo. And
Valparaiso's been clinical tonight. Bush to throw.
Towards
the end zone. He's got Hart in stride. Touchdown, Michigan City.
He was waiting for that the whole time. Little inside angle post there for Hart. Great touch there by Bush. And there's your answer. They finally finished the drive.
The picture-perfect pass, 25 yards from Bush to Hart. Michigan City with the extra point can make this a 10-7 game.
We knew they could score if they didn't hurt themselves.
The Wolves line up for the extra point. Baldwin's kick is up and good. The first drive in which Michigan City does not enter the red zone, they score. Bush to Hart for 25 yards. And Michigan City is right back in this ballgame.
Yeah, I don't know if Sammy Bernardi and the defensive coordinator, they're looking at the iPad right now, looking at some, see if they need to make some adjustments. But they're letting the offense behind them. You know, they're going over, they're making it so they can get over the top. And maybe you just say, okay, we're going to keep the ball in front of us and play a little softer in the secondary, but we'll see how that goes.
We talked about this during the pregame. Tyler Bush has a lot of weapons to which he can distribute the football, and he showed off his embarrassment of riches all throughout that drive.
And I think that shows that Michigan City's never out of the ballgame. They did that pretty quickly. It was about 5 plays, right? About, I don't know how many minutes that was, but it was pretty quick.
Benjamin Martin down the far sideline. Jaden Hart up the seam. All he had to do was get the ball there, and his guys were going to come down with it.
Yeah, he just had to wait for his guy to break open. The offensive line from Michigan City is doing a pretty good job of giving him time as well. So, again, second half adjustments. You can see the Valpo Brandon City. You might want to rethink that short kickoff idea, right?
They've got playmakers all throughout their special teams unit.
Yeah.
If it's not going to be Bradney or Stokes, Joby has quite a lot of speed to burn as well.
Yeah, we've seen it, and that theory is not really working well for Michigan City right now.
Valparaiso with excellent starting field position once again for Clark to orchestrate the offense. They run speed option left, pitch to Davis. He runs out of bounds at the Michigan City 49.
Yeah, he just lowered his shoulder there. He welcomed the Michigan City secondary player. Damon Thomas just found out who Travis Davis is, so he knows where he's kind of finding his cobwebs right now.
He's been the focal point of this Valparaiso offense tonight, and the Vikings are not slowing down getting him his touches. They go with a play action, pass tipped at the line, but Andrew Alcorn there to snare it off the deflection. That's a short gain. Could have been a lot worse for Valparaiso. They're lucky to keep this football.
Absolutely. If you know you're not going to get to the quarterback, you want to get your hands up and try to get your hands on the football, just like the Michigan City defensive line did there. But good fortune for Valpo. They gained a yard or two out of that.
3rd and 3 as they get set at Michigan City's 47. A lot of beef up front. They go handoff Davis. He's got the first down and more. Past the 40. Space to run inside the 25 and down at the 22. Travis Davis does it again. Valpo turns to their back for a big gain, and they're just outside the red zone.
Here we go. Again, we mentioned this might be a shootout. It could come down to who has the ball last. Just as you mentioned, though, you got to be able to finish these drives.
Valparaiso's been able to do that twice. They've been inside the red zone for both of their first 2 possessions, come away with 10 points.
So Berta's in the backfield now, giving Davis a break.
The clock winds under 6 minutes to play in the first half. They go Berta up the middle, cuts it outside the left hash where he runs into a Michigan City wall. Deshaun Lewis the first to make contact with him and swallow him up for about a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, it was like Caden Pierce in there, James Fleming, a lot of gang tackling there for the middle of that Michigan City defense.
That's how you have to do it. 2 explosive backs in Berta and Davis. The first hit isn't always going to be the one that brings him down.
Right, and you got to go low. You got to get those legs. You can't tackle up high. He'll take you for a ride.
Valparaiso runs the play clock down to 6. Davis back in at running back. They immediately go to him up the middle, and he squirts through a hole for a first down. Valparaiso marches into the red zone inside the Michigan City 15.
I think it's getting a little chippy out there. Davis is wanting some late hits or late talking. Michael Crawford in on the tackle there for Michigan City. Number 25, 5'11", junior.
Looks like they ruled him just a bit short. 3rd and 3 at the Michigan City 14. They go Davis once again through the middle. This one will be close.
Why not, right? Just feed him. Feed him the ball. I'm looking at the line judge on the far side. He's pretty close to that first down mark. Are they going to measure?
They've stopped the clock for the moment.
Nope, they gave it to him.
That's to reset the chains for a first down.
There you go.
They go Davis once again, and they reap the benefits.
Yep. And here I was wondering a second ago if they take their time, and maybe that way you don't give Michigan City so much time to answer here.
Valparaiso can get a first down without scoring a touchdown. 1st and 10 at the Michigan City 12. Back up the middle, Davis at the 10. He carries a couple of Michigan City defenders with him. A late flag comes in as Davis goes down. We'll see which way this one's going to go.
Adrian Holly was in on that tackle. He was, again, 6'6", 217 junior. What a big boy. He was throwing Davis around a little bit there, going for the ball. Michigan City doesn't like the call.
The referee's conference about this one. Looks like this will go Valparaiso's way.
Personal foul. Is that targeting?
So they're going to get they're going to get Michigan City, I believe, for targeting. Or maybe just illegal contact to the head.
Yeah. I think that might be the first one I've seen in high school this year.
Definitely is for me.
It's about halfway to the half the distance at this point.
And that should also be an automatic first down. So 1st and goal for Valparaiso at the Michigan City 5. Travis Davis has been the guy on this drive. We'll see if they go right back to him.
Again, why not? Or a keeper for Davis. See if he picks up on that defensive end, see what the read is.
They go with a toss to Davis, and that gets Michigan City to react. A minimal gain for Davis. Just about 2 yards. 2nd and goal.
So Gary Mitchell in on that tackle. 6-foot senior from Michigan City. A lot of guys flying over to the ball. Again, Michigan City is much like Valpo. They can guard sideline to sideline pretty easily. Trying to stretch it out. Maybe set up a play here.
The clock continues to run down to 3:15 in the second quarter. Davis up the middle, and he breaks through into the end zone. He's got his second today, and Valparaiso leads it 16-7.
Again, a very methodical drive, very Davis heavy. It makes it easy. Run blocking is much easier than pass blocking. You're just putting your head down, and you got some stunts and trying to seal some guys, but you're trying to prove your authority there on the front 7.
Wilcox on for the Valparaiso extra points. The kicker bangs it through. 17-7 Valparaiso. Once again, Valparaiso turns to their rushing attack, and it pays big dividends. 17-7, Valparaiso leads it as we head to break. 3:10 left in the second quarter. It's Michigan City football when we come back here on Game Night, built by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. I'll cover your motorcycle. I'll be with you on the water. I'll be with you on the snow. I'll cover your insurance needs wherever you go. I'll be at Crowell Agency from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City.
From schools to stadiums, hospitals, and bridges, everywhere you look, union carpenters are building Indiana. With jobs and skilled trades in high demand, there's never been a better time to start building your future. As an apprentice, you'll earn a debt-free college degree, earn while you learn, and receive great benefits like healthcare and retirement. So what are you waiting for? Visit carpenters.com to learn more. Visit carpenters.com and start building your future today.
Welcome back to game night in the region as Valparaiso kicks it deep to Elijah Collins for Michigan City. He rumbles past the 30-yard line. The Wolves will have good starting field position as they look to cut this back to a one-score game.
Yeah, they definitely have the weapons to do it.
Wilcox nearly hit that Quintel kickoff into the end zone for the second straight time, but Collins makes him pay for finishing about a yard short, and Michigan City is ahead of schedule to start their next drive.
Yeah, we'll see how close the Valpo secondary moves up here to the line, or if they're going to back off and give Michigan City a little bit of room.
Bush by himself in the backfield sends Hart in motion. They hand it to him on the jet sweep, but Valparaiso was ready for it. Parker Gleason made contact nearly as soon as he got the handoff.
That's great defense over there on the perimeter. Again, trying to turn them back into the middle. Good first down stop there for Valpo.
Inside 3 minutes here at Vikings Field, Valparaiso leads Michigan City 17-7. As Michigan City works behind the sticks, 2nd and 12 from their own 31.
Well, they definitely have the weapons to get back on schedule.
They bunch their receivers right. Bush to throw. Pressure coming, has a man over the middle. That's Kyron Hart, just a bit shy of the 35. Goes as a 4-yard gain. Now it's 3rd and 8 for the Wolves.
So Brendan Geegan there on the stop. 6-foot junior for Valpo. Nice little solo tackle.
Check that, they mark it as 3rd and 9.
Big
Michigan
play.
City in need of a big play here, considering how Valpo's offense has been clicking here in the second quarter.
Yeah, if you get a stop here for Valpo, I wonder if you see a timeout.
Bush will throw for it. Deep down the far sideline, he connects with Hart. He's out of bounds inside Valparaiso territory. They needed a big play, and they turned to their most dynamic playmaker to get it.
It's that simple little wheel route, right? That's a little video game play that always works.
Michigan City gets right back on the ball. Clock stopped at 1 minute and 40 seconds in the second quarter. The Wolves in search of a touchdown to give them a little momentum heading into the second half.
They got plenty of time here. Timeouts. No hurry whatsoever.
Bush calls the play in. He's back to throw. Deep down the far sidelines. Collins has it. He reels it in just as he was reaching down for the football. Bush could not have put that pass in a better spot, and he sets Michigan City up with 1st and goal.
If you're Valparaiso, how do you let the guy get behind you? There's a minute left, right? I mean, I don't understand that if you're the Valpo secondary.
Bush takes advantage of the busted coverage. The clock runs now down to within 90 seconds between now and halftime. Bush in pistol. Hands it off. Hart breaks towards the left side. Valparaiso has him bottled up. He's inside the 5. Michigan City halfway to the goal line. It's 2nd and goal from the Valparaiso 3.
Yeah, if you're Michigan City, you're in no hurry. You don't want to give Valpo the ball back here with time on the clock.
Clock bleeds under a minute. Michigan City decides to snap it. Could they go? Hart up the middle towards the goal line. He is just a yard shy. The clock continues to run. Timeout on the field. Michigan City wants to talk it over in 3rd and goal. 45 seconds left to go in the first half. Valparaiso leads Michigan City 17-7, excuse me. But the Wolves have a shot to get back into the end zone.
What a great answer by Michigan City. Entertaining game, right?
As you mentioned, the offense has been plentiful.
Yeah.
Be sure to stick around, though, immediately after the conclusion of the first half. We've got the Hose Connections halftime show for you. Connecting the first half and the second half of tonight's game, it's the Hose Connections Halftime Report, presented by Hose Connections. Proven under pressure. Both teams out of the timeout. Michigan City lines up for third and a long one in 3rd and goal. They go in shotgun, all but 3 players on the line. They fake the handoff to Hart towards the corner of the end zone.
Is that picked off?
Incomplete. 2 players on either team went up for the football, but Valparaiso keeps Michigan City off the board. And it's decision time for head coach Cody French.
Ryan, why do you get fancy and run that? You've got a Division I running back in a line that's done well. Just run the ball up the middle. Put your head down. Run behind.
The offense stays on the field in 4th and goal. They run QB keeper up the middle, and it gets stacked up.
He got
Ty
stuck.
Bean in the middle of the action once again. Valparaiso stuffs Michigan City on 4th and goal.
Ty Bean, that should have been your play on 3rd down. Ryan, that should have been your 3rd down play, then you run something off of that. Great stop by the Valpo defense right there in the red zone.
That'll get the fans on their feet. Just under 35 seconds to go until halftime. Valparaiso takes over inside their own 5. They have 2 timeouts. We'll see how head coach Bill Marshall decides to handle the situation. Clark will take the snap under center. They'll just run QB sneak to gain some more space. Perhaps that in lieu of a quarterback kneel to take us to halftime.
Yeah, Michigan City still has timeout, so Valpo, that's why they had to move the ball forward a little bit. Anytime you step back and you get closer and closer to the end zone, you don't want to have to do that. Right now, you don't even have to run a play.
Michigan City elects not to use a timeout. Valparaiso content to let the clock run down to halftime, and will go into the break with the Vikings up 17-7. Travis Davis has been the story early on. Valparaiso has gashed Michigan City with their run game, and it gives them a 10-point advantage heading into the break.
I think Ty Bean's got a pretty big thumbprint on this game as well. That was a couple big tackles there by the big guy.
Valparaiso's been getting it done at the line of scrimmage, and they've rode that to this halftime lead. Don't go anywhere, though. The Hose Connections Halftime Report is coming up next here on Game Night, built by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Growing up in Northwest Indiana, I am proud that my family's been doing business here for nearly 100 years, which started with my grandfather, John Gladish. Over my career, I've witnessed families being torn apart by the negligence of others, and everything from unguarded openings at construction sites to reckless driving on our roads. Our experienced attorneys, paralegals, and staff know that insurance companies and their lawyers will go to great lengths to avoid paying compensation. Do not waste your one and only opportunity to seek fair compensation for your loss. Give the Gladish Law Group a call and put our team to work for you.
Since 2000, Hose Connections in Hammond has been a premier leader in the hydraulics industry. Hose Connections.
They won the regionals, which gives Valpo a record-breaking 25 regional titles. And they won the state championship. This is the 14th time Valpo has earned the state title, which is also a record.
Since 2000, Hose Connections in Hammond has been a premier leader in the hydraulics industry. Hose Connections is a one-stop shop offering quality hydraulic and pneumatic products and services. Hose Connections takes pride in not only meeting but exceeding customers' expectations. To learn all about the products and services that Hose Connections offers, visit hoseconnectionsinc.com or call 219-844-6570. Hose Connections in Hammond. Proven under pressure.
Have you checked out Centier Bank's student checking account? This no-fee checking account is perfect for students and teens ages 14 to 24 and comes with all the features you need to succeed, such as a debit card, digital banking, and automatic deposit. Centier Bank can help you start establishing good spending habits today for your better tomorrow. For more information, visit Centier.com/student-checking or visit your local branch. If you are under the age of 18, your parent or guardian must also sign on the Centier student checking account. At the age of 25, your account will automatically convert to the Centier checking account. You must deposit $25 to open this account. This account is not eligible for overdraft advantage. Member FDIC.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
Develop skills that will last for a lifetime with an apprenticeship with the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers Local 4, Indiana, Kentucky. The apprenticeship and training program is committed to developing highly skilled bricklayers, terrazzo workers, and ceramic tile setters to provide the construction industry with the best hands in the business. If you are currently working non-union and want better pay with benefits, or if you think learning a new skill with a paid apprenticeship while you earn your associate's degree is the right path for you, visit vaclocal4.org/training to learn more about the apprenticeship program. Are you built to succeed?
Flip the switch, a light turns on. Press the button, machines and instruments come to life. Touch the screen, communicate with the world. Simple tasks, guaranteed results, every second of every day. That's the power of power. And that's the power brought to you by the NECA contractors and electrical workers of Local 531.
For over 100 years, Burns Funeral Home and Crematory has been assisting families in their time of need. Serving Northwest Indiana, the staff at Burns Funeral Home will help guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony. From a simple to elaborate, to traditional or unique, the caring family at Burns Funeral Home will tailor a ceremony to fit your needs. And for your other loved ones, Burns Funeral now has a pet cemetery and crematory. Visit burnsfuneral.com or give them a call at 219-942-1117.
You're watching the Hose Connections Halftime Report, brought to you by Hose Connections on Kennedy Avenue in Hammond. Visit them on the web at hoseconnectionsinc.com. Hose Connections, proven under pressure. Welcome back to Vikings Field. Ryan Zimmerman and Doug Nelson here with you on Region Sports Network. The Valparaiso Vikings lead the Michigan City Wolves 17-7 at the break. Doug, Valparaiso has just won the battle at the line of scrimmage all night long, and Travis Davis is taking full advantage.
Yeah, he's proven his worth here this evening. He's done an amazing job for Valpo. And again, you got Berta's getting those tough plays and Clark making the tough decisions. So it's a good and again behind that offensive line, I think Michigan City got some traction there, into the second quarter. But they just got to finish drives, like as we mentioned.
It just felt like whenever Valpo's offense needed the big play in those key third downs or in those goal-to-go situations, Davis was their guy, and he never faltered.
Yeah, he's dragging guys and moving the pile and getting 2 and 3 yards every time, and that's a great asset to have as you're heading into the postseason.
As for their defense, it's been bend don't break throughout the first half. Michigan City did dot them up with Tyler Bush finding Jaden Hart for a 25-yard touchdown pass up the seam. Michigan City's been able to move the ball between the 20s, but every time they get into the red zone, so it seems, Valpo's defense has an answer.
Yeah, they really tighten up, don't they? They tighten up, and the gives the receivers less rooms to work with. That's where the head scratcher is for me is the Valpo secondary is letting Michigan City get behind them. How do you do that knowing that's what they're doing, especially toward the end of the half there? So, and then they get in the red zone, there's less room to work. So the bottom line is you got to put points on the board if you're Michigan City.
Taking a look at their 3 drives that made it into the red zone: fumble, turnover on downs, interception.
Yeah, that's not going to win you many games, Ryan. Here, as they move forward. So they have to try to match Valpo on the scoreboard at this point, and they're chasing 10. It would have been nice to get one there at the end of the first half and get within 1 score.
Tyler Bush has looked good operating this offense as well. He's taken advantage of the many weapons he has on his offense. He's hit a couple of guys for big plays: Cameron Bell, Elijah Collins, Benjamin Martin, and Jaden Hart, as we discussed. They get the ball to start the second half. You have to think Bush has to be able to distribute to all those guys, make sure they get their touches in order to keep Valpo's defense off balance.
Yeah, he's got a balanced attack, and we also talk about the self-inflicted penalties, right? I mean, they had 5 or 6 penalties, and that adds up. So don't shoot yourself in the foot. Have a nice methodical drive. Use some clock. There's plenty of time. They can score quickly if they do the little things correctly. But it starts with 1 score first. You got to get 1 score here on the board.
Let's take a look at this from Valpo's perspective, though. Doug, if the Vikings want to put this game away, they've obviously played a very good first half. They're leading by 2 scores. What do they need to do to put Michigan City away and move to 3-1?
Again, I think you continue to work on ball maintaining, keeping the ball, 2 hands on the ball. Keep doing what you're doing on the offensive end. Defensively, like I said, I want to see where those corners go. I want to see where those safeties go and see if they're going to let Michigan City to get behind them over and over again.
Don't go anywhere. The Hose Connections halftime report returns in just a couple moments, and when it does, we'll take a look at the Strack and Van Til scoreboard update. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Game Night, built by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Welcome to Public Bar and Rec, located in downtown Crown Point, a place for good games, good drinks, and good food. So come in and make it public. Try to survive zombie dodgeball, score a hole-in-one playing golf, or choose from over 13 multi-sport simulator games while fueling your competition with a variety of appetizers, entrees, and beverages. We have games for all ages with our family-friendly hours till 9 p.m. Reserve your simulator at publicbarandrec.com and let the fun begin.
Heinold and Feller Lawn Equipment in Valparaiso announces their Husqvarna Endless Summer Sale going on now through September 23rd. Get up to $500 off Husqvarna zero-turn mowers, up to $400 off Husqvarna tractors, 20% off leaf blowers, chainsaws, and other handheld lawn tools. Visit Heinold and Feller Lawn Equipment at 52 Marks Road in Valparaiso, and you can also check them out on the web at hfmowers.com. Exclusion apply while supplies last. Discount amounts for riding mowers and zero-turn vary by product. See store for details.
Better Beef of Indiana, Hormone-free, locally raised, and locally processed beef. Better Beef of Indiana is located in Valpo at 2600 Beach Street, where you could buy individual cuts of beef completely raised in Hebron. From single pounds of ground beef to filet mignon, Better Beef of Indiana has it all. Visit their website at betterbeefindiana.com. Follow them on Facebook or call the owner, Kevin, directly at 219-508-5797. Better Beef of Indiana, where quality meets value. Looking to buy a used vehicle at a reasonable price in the Valparaiso area? Then check out Valpo Car Company, a family-owned dealership since 2009. Recently given an A-plus rating by the Better Business Bureau, Valpo Car Company finances all types of credit. Stop in and see the owner, Nick Mandich, a 2002 Valparaiso High School graduate, at their dealership at 150 East US Highway 6 in Valpo. You always could check out their website at www.valpocarco.com, where you can easily find the used car you want in seconds. Valpo Car Company, we could help you get into the ride you want.
Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
Welcome back to the Hose Connections halftime show here at Vikings Field. Ryan Zimmerman here with you alongside Doug Nelson on the Region Sports Network as it's time to bring you the Strack and Van Til scoreboard update. Strack and Van Til, your favorite Indiana-made grocery store. We start our look around Northwest Indiana and River Forest, where the Westside Cougars lead it by a score of 14-7. Between Griffith and Whiting, still a 0-0 game. In Highland, the Trojans have a lead over the 7th-ranked Hammond Central Wolves, 7-0 to score in the third quarter. The Penn Kingsmen are pouring it on the Morton Governors in the third quarter over there. Penn ahead 13-5-0. The Hobart Brickies have a 14-point lead over the KV Cougars in the second quarter. It's a 34-20 game over there. Indy Washington and Lake Station are still yet to find the scoreboard. 0-0 between those two. That's just a repeat of Hobart and KV.
We've got a couple more real quick. Chesterton is up 14-0 on LaPorte at the half over in Chesterton.
And that one, the third quarter just started over there. Hanover Central, in the meantime, the third-ranked team in Northwest Indiana. They're out to a 7-0 lead over Lowell. That game is in the third quarter. That one to keep your eye on right there.
Yeah, for sure. Andrean's up 21-7 over Munster at the half. Crown Point's up 15-0 over Lake Central at the half. And I do have an update on that Griffith score. Griffith is up 20-7 over Whiting right now.
Maryville's got a lead over Portage. It's a 10-0 game over in the third quarter between South Bend, Washington, and Calumet. They're all knotted up at 6. That game also in the third quarter. As you mentioned, Andrean up 14-7 over Munster. That game is only in the second quarter, a game between 1 and 2 teams.
Boone Grove's up on South Central, 21-14 at the half.
Yeah, the number 10 ranked team in the region looking for a big road win over South Central.
Yeah, a couple PCC schools playing in a league that doesn't have football. So,
thanks so much for tuning in to the Strack and Van Til live scoreboard. Be sure to follow all of tonight's region football scores live on the Strack and Van Til hometown scoreboard, streaming on Facebook.com/regionsports and regionsports.com. Strack and Van Til. Shop online for delivery or curbside pickup at strackandvantil.com. Before we send it to break, are you looking for reliable and affordable auto insurance coverage in the Michigan City area? The Crowell Agency at 348 Dunes Plaza in the hometown of your Michigan City Wolves has been providing insurance to LaPorte County since 1986. From auto to RV, home to business, the Crowell Agency carries it all. Call or text 219-874-3800 for a free quote. Crowell Agency, home of the Lantern Man superhero player of the game. When we come back, the second half between Valparaiso and Michigan City here on Game Night, built by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Centrally located in downtown Indianapolis, the Hampton Inn is just steps away from Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Situated at 105 South Meridian Street, shopping, restaurants, entertainment, and many Indianapolis attractions are in near proximity. Hampton Inn has much to offer, including a hot breakfast, high-speed internet access in every room, as well as a gym fitness center. For reservations, the number is 317-261-1200. The website is hamptonin3.hilton.com. Hampton Inn, Indianapolis, downtown.
Are you a builder, remodeler? If so, you need quality materials at the right price. Whether you're just getting started or a seasoned pro, Von Tobel's friendly and knowledgeable staff can help. And since we're 100% employee owned, every time you come in, you're dealing with an owner. We have a great selection for kitchen, bath, flooring, decking, and more. Plus, we offer free design consults to help you with your next project. Scan or visit VonTobels.com today to book your free consultation. Von Tobel, building better together. Are you a builder, remodeler, or homeowner? If so, you need quality materials at the right price. Whether you're just getting started or a seasoned pro, Von Tobel's friendly and knowledgeable staff can help. And since we're 100% employee owned, every time you come in, you're dealing with an owner. We have a great selection for kitchen, bath, flooring, decking, and more. Plus, we offer free design consults to help you with your next project. Scan or visit VonTobels.com today to book your free consultation. Von Tobel, building better together.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Quintel Incorporated is a family-owned and operated company located in Northwest Indiana that specializes in the reconditioning, repair, and remanufacturing of heat exchangers. Since 1994, Quintel has been handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country. Equipped with the most modern technology and advanced tools, Quintel provides top-notch service. When you trust Quintel for all your needs, you'll get peace of mind and a finished job that exceeds your expectations. For more info about Quintel and the services they provide, visit quintel-inc.com.
When life takes you places and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strack and Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use, and it can save you time and money. Once your order is in, our own Strack and Van Til team preps your order with care. For delivery or pickup, enjoy the convenience of letting our to-go team shop for you. Enjoy your special moments. Sign up online today at shop.strackandvantil.com.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. I'll cover your motorcycle. I'll be with you on the water. I'll be with you on the snow. I'll cover your insurance needs wherever you go. I'll be at Crowell Agency from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City.
From schools to stadiums, hospitals, and bridges, everywhere you look, union carpenters are building Indiana. With jobs and skilled trades in high demand, there's never been a better time to start building your future. As an apprentice, you'll earn a debt-free college degree, earn while you learn, and receive great benefits like health care and retirement. So what are you waiting for? Visit carpenters.com to learn more. Visit carpenters.com and start building your future today.
We're just a couple of minutes away from the start of the second half here at Vikings Field as the Valparaiso Vikings lead the Michigan City Wolves 17-7. Welcome back to Game Night in the Region, built by Von Tobel. Ryan Zimmerman here with you alongside Doug Nelson. Doug, we talked about this a little bit off camera, but Michigan City is right here in this game. If they were able to convert on their 3 red zone opportunities, they would be leading right now.
Well, there's a lot of sayings and comments about ifs and buts, but you just got to, moving forward, you've got to finish drives with some kind of points.
They've got the ball to start the second half. Drayden Wilcox on to kick it away. Derek Coleman and Elijah Collins back deep. This is a Quintel kickoff. This kickoff and all kickoffs are presented by Quintel Incorporated. Wilcox puts his boot through it, and the second half is underway. Coleman takes it at his own 12, darts towards the middle of the field. He gets wrapped up just a yard shy of the 25. Michigan City's offense goes to work in need of a score to halt Valpo's momentum.
Real quick, Ryan, I didn't want to say congratulations to the Valpo State Championship gymnastics team.
Of course, they were just honored at halftime.
Got their rings. One of the powerhouses of Northern Indiana is that Valpo gymnastics team, but congratulations to those guys. Like we mentioned before, Valpo does it right.
And they got the warm reception they deserved in a halftime ceremony.
Got the bling, get a little jewelry
iced
tonight.
Up.
Yep.
Before Michigan City takes over, the referees just want to make sure they've got the clock and the spot right. Now we're ready to go. Coleman, the running back, in place of Hart to start the half. They go immediately to Coleman, has some space to work off right tackle and drags a couple of Valpo defenders with him past the 30.
Great tackle. I thought he hit the whole hard there, didn't he? That's a different look there by Coleman. I haven't seen that formation yet, but they almost broke one there.
A 7-yard gain opens the drive. 2nd and 3 for Michigan City at their own 31. It remains Coleman in the game. Hart is on the sidelines for now.
Just gives Valpo a different look, something else to look at on film.
They go Coleman up the gut. Valpo is ready for it. Ty Veen once again leads the charge as Coleman cannot get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's one way to stop the speed is stop him before he gets going.
It's a short loss for Michigan City. 3rd and 4 ball at their own 30.
Yeah, if you're Michigan City, you do not want to go 3 and out right now, right? You don't want to give Valpo a chance to go up 3 scores. So this is a pretty big 3rd down here.
Play clock under 10 as Bush gets the offense aligned. They go to the pass. Bush up the middle, scrambles past the 30, but he doesn't get much more than that. He leans forward to the 32. Valparaiso holds him to a short gain, and it's 4th down and 3.
I don't know if you decide to punt here. I know it's a short field, but we saw it last night with the Lions, a couple of punt fakes, didn't he? Like inside the 10 he did. So, I know you're kind of trying to pin Valpo back a little bit, but they're dangerous back there. Their punt return team is dangerous for Valpo.
Bush remains in to punt. Austin McKenzie and Tyler Verscher, the return men for Valparaiso. It's a low snap. Bush takes it on a hop and gets off a clean punt.
Nice punt.
McKenzie calls fair catch. He can't get a clean handle on it. The ball's loose, but Tice Morris there to fall on it for Valparaiso. The Vikings avoid disaster, and they take over at their own 26.
Nice punt by Bush. He had some hang time, give the defensive or give his line a chance to get down there, but scary moment of events there for Valpo punt return.
Valparaiso's defense holds. 9:43 to go in the 3rd quarter. They remain ahead 17-7 as quarterback Justin Clark leads their offense back onto the field. We'll see if they continue to rely on the ground game.
Quick Strack and Van Til score update. Crown Point is up 15-6. Lake Central has scored there in the third quarter.
The first play of the drive, they run read option. Clark on the keeper, past the 35, turns on the Jets, and he's got nothing but turf in front of him. 20, 10, Clark to the house. An opening play touchdown for Valparaiso.
That's what I was saying. You do not want to give up. You don't want to go down 3 scores to Valpo. They will continue to pour it on here, and Michigan City cannot dig the hole any deeper.
The Michigan City keyed in on the handoff, and Clark might have had the easiest touchdown he'll score all season.
73-yard rush there. Might be a play of the game candidate.
Certainly one to look at going forward. Drayden Wilcox on for the extra points to make this a 17-point game, as well as a 3-score game. Good snap, good hold. The kick is right down the middle. Valparaiso turns to their run game once again, and they now lead it by 17. 24-7 as we head to break. Michigan City has to regroup when we come back. This is Game Night, built by Von Tobel here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. I'll cover your motorcycle. I'll be with you on the water. I'll be with you on the snow. I'll cover your insurance needs wherever you go. I'll be at Crowell Agency from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City.
From schools to stadiums, hospitals, and bridges, everywhere you look, union carpenters are building Indiana. With jobs and skilled trades in high demand, there's never been a better time to start building your future. As an apprentice, you'll earn a debt-free college degree, earn while you learn, and receive great benefits like healthcare and retirement. So what are you waiting for? Visit carpenters.com to learn more. Visit carpenters.com and start building your future today.
A Quintel kickoff gets us restarted here on Game Night, built by Von Tobel. Valparaiso leads Michigan City 24-7 as Drayden Wilcox gets set to send it away. A high kick. Coleman lets it bounce. It rolls towards the 12. He can't handle it initially, but he picks it up and gets a minimal gain, stepped out of bounds at his own 18. Michigan City was playing for the out-of-bounds kick, but the ball took a Valpo bounce.
Well, that's a great job by the Valpo special teams. They used that sideline as another defender, right? Kind of box him in and force the Michigan City returner there to step out of bounds.
It's been a nightmare start for the Wolves to begin the second half. You have the 3-and-out, and then Valparaiso scores on their very first play of the second half, a 73-yard Justin Clark QB keeper.
As we've mentioned, both teams can put points on the board. It's just a matter of self-inflicted problems. So we'll see how Michigan City responds here.
Tyler Bush rolls right. Looking to throw long. He's got Collier over the middle, and he makes the catch and gets dragged down around midfield. A quick pitch and catch, and Michigan City's offense is back in rhythm.
They can move the ball, like you said, with between the 20s, but they got to finish inside they got to come up now with touchdowns here. Field goals aren't going to be good enough.
Michigan City wanted to move quickly, but the referees want to make sure they've got this ball spotted correctly.
I think you got a Valpo guy coming off with looks like a collarbone or a shoulder there. Number 23 for Valpo.
That's Tanner Young heading off the field.
Yeah, hopefully he's okay.
He's still on the sideline. No look to the medical tents for the moment.
Trainer's working with him.
Bush goes with the swing pass to Hart. Behind the line of scrimmage, he gets wrapped up. Ty Veen once again.
He's the man.
He's been in the middle of everything defensively for Valparaiso tonight.
The one-ball wrecking crew there for the Vikings.
He's up around the 10 tackle mark tonight.
Another quick Strack and Van Til scoreboard update. Hanover's up 14-0 on the Low Red Devils, right?
That'll be one to keep an eye on going forward.
Welcome to the Northwest Crossroads, Hanover. Doing a great job down there.
Michigan City back inside their own territory, 2nd and 11 from their own 49.
Ooh.
Bush, a swing pass to Hart, breaks past a defender at the 50, and rumbles forward towards the Valparaiso 45.
This little swing screen pass, a little unorthodox looking screen. It was kind of like a hodgepodge screen.
The movement results in a pretty good gain on 2nd down. The referees respot the ball at the Valpo 46. So 3rd and 6 for the Michigan City offense. Down 3 scores past midfield. You have to think 2 downs to get the first here.
Maybe, but you got to get Hart going north and south. He's a threat. Ooh.
Pressure coming up the middle for Valparaiso. Bush rolls to his right, and his only option is to fling it to the sidelines.
Did you just see Veen light up Hart?
He went right after him, and if he wasn't right there, Bush was next.
Holy moly, that's some video there. That's 2 big boys hitting their 2 big bulls.
I tell you what, Veen is playing like a man possessed tonight.
You felt that up here. What a hit.
That forces Michigan City to punt. Of course, keep an eye on Bush. He's their punter in addition to their quarterback. So down by a lot. You talked about head coach Dan Campbell doing this for the Lions last night. Will head coach Cody French turn to his bag of tricks right here?
At some point, I think you have to, but
play clock down to 1. They go with the fake punt. Coleman takes it up the middle.
He's short.
And this is short.
What a tackle.
They tried to go with the snap to the up back, but Valparaiso was not fooled.
Number 48, Brian Fedorchak, 6-foot sophomore. What a great job there by the young man. He sniffed that out and got him just before he got the first down.
That's going to get special teams coordinator Bill Burford fired up when he watches the film back of that play.
What a great tackle. Right place, right time, too. I don't even know if he saw everything that was going on.
Valparaiso takes over at their own 42. 7:41 to go in the third quarter. The Vikings up 24-7 over Michigan City.
Yeah, we knew at some point Michigan City had to roll the dice and try, but why not just line up in normal, and go, as opposed to the fake?
Clark runs play action on the first play. Over the middle looking for his man. He's got Keegan Bailey, but he can't hold on. Keegan Begley, but he can't hold on.
Sorry, this is what good teams do. They smell blood in the water at Valpo right now, don't they?
They went for the big shot right away, to your point.
Yeah, they feel momentum. Momentum's on their side. Now they'll go back and start hammering away again. You watch. They're just going to go back to Davis, eat some clock.
Valpo back in shotgun on 2nd and 10. They hand off Davis up the middle, breaks to the right side. Michigan City swallows up. Ball's loose, and the Wolves have it.
What a great hit. Put his head right on the ball. It's Michigan City's number 2.
There's a man down. One of the offensive linemen, Matt Hofer, got up gingerly. Fortunately, it looks like he's okay. But Michigan City, after failing to convert on 4th down, gets a big play from their defense, and they take back over in Valpo territory.
That was number 2 Michigan City, Marion Hodgson. 6'1", 147. He just put his head and his shoulder right on the ball right there. Great hit. Way to make something happen, young man.
We'll see if that swings momentum back in Michigan City's favor.
Look at there. They're really overplaying this side, Michigan City. Look how they got 4 receivers on this side.
They go with the play action, but
False
the referees stop play. Somebody moved early for Michigan City.
It was the slot guy right closest to the ball. Somebody was going long there for a little post pattern. He was antsy.
Talk about Valpo going for the kill shot right away after the Michigan City turnover. Now the Wolves looking to do the same, but that's their 4th false start of the night.
What do they call that, Ryan? That quick change shot. You want to take that shot right away. Ride it till it bucks you.
They're still in Valpo territory, but a 1st and 15 at the Vikings 49.
Now they got people moving all over. Wide side of the field. 3 on the wide side of the field.
They bunch 3 to the right. Hart, the running back, beside Bush.
Little out of sync.
They roll him out right. Valpo's got it, or rather Michigan City's got a free play going towards the far sideline. Bush overshoots Collins, but it looks like Valpo will get the 5-yard offside penalty.
You think? I thought it was a little false start, a little action. A lot of people moving around.
If it were a false start, they would have blown that thing dead right away, right?
Procedure, though. There it is.
You're right. Illegal procedure on Michigan City. They're back inside their own territory. 2 pre-snap penalties, and they have 1st and 20 to deal with.
That 3 receivers on the far side never got set.
So immediately after forcing the turnover, Michigan City's offense has moved backwards. 7:22 to go in the third quarter. Valparaiso leads this one 24-7. Michigan City is in need of an offensive spark. Bush lines up by himself in shotgun. He drops back to throw. Over the middle, he connects with Hart in stride, and he falls forward to the Valpo 38. He goes once again to Hart, and Michigan City nearly makes up the entire distance.
Yeah, that Valpo safety, number 16, Tyler Verschure. Man, he didn't know if he was going to go for the pick or the hit there. He had a chance to light him up.
He got caught in between thoughts, and that allows Michigan City a 16-yard pitch and catch.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, he did. He didn't know whether to go for the ball or the body.
2nd and 4 for the Wolves on the Valpo 38. They fake the handoff to Hart. Pressure coming up the middle. Bush sneaks away from the pressure initially, but he gets brought down on the second wave. Caleb Ortiz wraps him up. Valparaiso, a huge sack right there, and it sets up a 3rd and long.
Big 3rd long.
They spot this one at the 42. 3rd and 8 for the Michigan City offense.
Got a quick Strack and Van Til scoreboard update. Chesterton's up 21-0 on LaPorte. The Brady McCormick touchdown rush.
Bush claps his hands. Pressure coming up the middle. Flings it near sideline towards Hart.
Oh, what a grab.
Kyron Hart mossed his defender,
Yeah,
and Michigan City is back in the red zone. That's a huge play when they needed it most.
That's what playmakers do, and that's what we talked about pregame, Ryan, is we have guys on the field that can make plays. You can put the ball in the playmaker's hands, give him a chance, give him a shot. Great job by Bush to get rid of that. He took a shot himself, didn't he?
That's just as composed as can be.
He was coming right down his face.
Michigan City back in the red zone for the 4th time tonight. Bush rolls to his right, looking for the end zone. Instead, tucks in and runs himself, runs into Veen, and he knocks him out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. You see number 47 in green coming at you. You head toward the sideline, right? I mean, you're not really excited about taking that on one-on-one.
It looked like Bush just pulled up, accepted the loss, and decided to take his chances on 2nd down.
Yeah, live to see another day.
It officially goes as a loss of 2, 2nd and 12 on the Valparaiso 16. 4 receivers set for Michigan City. Coleman, the new running back. Bush rolls left. Looking end zone, fires it towards the far corner. It's out of reach.
Here we go. We're back in the red zone. You got to finish drives if you're Michigan City.
He wanted Elijah Coleman towards the far pylon, but he was well covered. Bush just threw it out of everybody's reach and saved the turnover.
But the one thing I think the adjustment that Sam Bernardi and his coaching staff have made is they're not allowing the receivers behind them, though. You noticed that. They were getting beat on the sideline earlier in the first half. They're not getting beat long. Let them catch the ball in front of you and make a play.
They've made the adjustments in the red zone all night long, and once again, defensive coordinator Sam Bernardi is tightening it up. 3rd down, pressure coming up the middle. Go for the swing pass down the near sideline, and it's almost picked off.
And that's that wheel route that worked in the first half. But again, Valpo's kind of selling out. They're bringing pressure every time and making Bush make a decision quickly.
4th and long for the Michigan City offense, down by 3 scores. Head coach Cody French continues to leave his offense on the field. Ball spotted on the 16, 4th and 11 for Michigan City. They can move the chains at the 5-yard line. Valpo shows blitz. Here it comes. Bush to the end zone. He's got Coleman, but he barely underthrew it. Would have been a circus grab for a touchdown, but Bush just didn't have enough on the throw, and Michigan City turns it over on downs once again.
He was retreating. He was trying to evade a Vikings a blitzer. If he had a couple more seconds and give that guy a chance to get a little deeper into the pylon, then he would have had a chance at the catch.
Valparaiso's defense holds once again. They remain in front by 3 scores, 24-7. 4:40 to go in the third quarter. The Vikings have a chance to burn some clock heading into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they would like nothing better than that. And Michigan City can score quickly. They maybe keep a little ball possession here and move some chains a few times. Give that defense a rest.
Power on power at the line is scrimmage. They go QB keeper to the right. Clark handles it himself and comes up with a minimal gain. Maybe got 1 or 2 there.
Yeah, again, you just want to maintain the football right now. Strack and Van Til scoreboard update. Crown Point's up 23-6 on Lake Central. Good fight there by Lake Central, giving Crown Point fits over there in Lake County.
2nd and 9 for the Valparaiso offense as the clock ticks down towards 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter. The offense content to take their time as they head to the line of scrimmage. Bradney goes in motion. They go with the quick shovel pass to him. He darts towards the far sideline and gets out of bounds after a solid gain.
Yeah, he's been kind of quiet tonight, hasn't he? We haven't said his name too many times.
Valpo's been going with the run game primarily. That'll go in the books as a completion, his first catch tonight. And that gives the Vikings a 3rd and 9.
Another Strack and Van Til.
3rd and 5.
3rd and 5. Strack and Van Til scoreboard update. Highland and Hammond Central tied at 7 in the third. That's a big game. Pete Koulianos is doing a great job at Highland, and Hammond Central is loaded.
Play clock down to 5 once again as Valparaiso gets the line of scrimmage. They hand it off to Davis, and he's got room to rumble. He shoved one of his own blockers down to the ground as he races up to the 36-yard line, and Valparaiso turns to the ground game once again to move the sticks.
Why not? Just pound away. The clock is your friend. You start seeing the body language. Michigan City, hand on their hips, getting a little tired, getting on their heels a little bit.
Once again, Valparaiso turns down the tempo. 3:22 to play in the third quarter. 24-7, they lead Michigan City. They hand it off up the gut for Davis, and he crashes forward for a gain of around 2.
Another quick Strack and Van Til scoreboard update. Hanover Central's extended their lead 21-0 over Lowell. Making a statement.
Quickly getting out of hand.
Making a statement in the conference. A lot of people doubted if they could do it. They're proving themselves tonight.
They call that the 21 skunk.
You said skunk, and I smelled skunk. I smelled like, oh.
Didn't mean to throw you out of rhythm there, Doug.
Yeah.
They go up the middle for Berta on 2nd down, and he takes a couple Michigan City defenders with him up towards the 43. A couple of late flags fly. We'll see if Michigan City gets cut down for illegal contact at the end of the play.
A little face mask, maybe.
That is indeed the call. Face mask on Michigan City, so tack on another 15 yards. Valparaiso picks up another first down. Michigan City had that play snuffed out, but a lack of discipline on defense pushes Valpo into their territory.
Self-inflicted issues all night have hurt Michigan City, and we talked about that pregame, but that's a big difference. When you have two teams as equal as this skill-wise, that's one of the difference makers.
Ball in the Michigan City 42. Valpo goes with Davis up the middle again, sheds a couple of tacklers. It'll take 3 Michigan City defenders to wrap him up at the Wolves 36.
Another quick scoreboard update. Strachan Van Til scoreboard update. River Forest, who was 3-0 off to a good start, is tied up. Gary Westside 14-14. The Ingots got it rolling right now, undefeated 3-0.
Yeah, Westside was winning that game. It was 14-7 when we went through our own Strachan Van Til scoreboard update at halftime.
Yeah.
Clock under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter as Valpo lines up their offense. 8 seconds left on the play clock. They hand it up the middle. Davis, and he gets thrown down at the 34. Caden Pierce just laid the body on him to hold him to a minimal gain.
Yeah. And just like that, they put in another fresh body in the backfield for Valpo. They just keep throwing him in there.
3rd and 2 for the Vikings offense at the at the Michigan City 34. Michigan City stacks the box. They fake the handoff, go with the quick swing pass out to Damari Gordon, and he goes out of bounds at around the 30, and that's good enough for a Valparaiso first down.
Moving the chains.
First time we've called Gordon's name today. That's his first catch of 2023.
Yep. Again, moving the chains. You're winning. If you have the ball, the other team can't score as long as you don't give it to them.
Under a minute to go in the third. Valparaiso ahead of Michigan City, 24-7. Clock stops for a moment for the first down. Michigan City back in shotgun. Clark to throw, has to evade the pressure to his left. He just tucks it and runs himself. Pushed out of bounds, shy of the line of scrimmage.
Another quick Strachan Van Til scoreboard update. Crown Point has extended their lead yet again, 31-6 over Lake Central.
They are looking like world beaters over there in Crown Point.
Keeping their foot on the gas.
They picked up the big transfer in Jordan Ehrlich in the offseason, and he is immediately adding a new dimension to their offense.
Noah Ehrlich.
Excuse me, that's his Noah Ehrlich. My apologies.
Yeah, he's a very solid quarterback, and just what the doctor ordered there for the Bulldogs.
They go with the quick shovel pass to Valparaiso to Scotty Bradney. Valparaiso's all over that one. Adrian Hawley in on the stop, but there's some extracurricular activity after the whistle. The flags come flying as a couple of Michigan City and Valparaiso players start pushing and shoving.
Yeah, I'm gonna let the officials tell you who it was, but there was some hitting, and that kind of got really ugly. I didn't like that at all. Both sides.
Down 24-7 if it goes Michigan City's way. The last thing you need right now is a frustration penalty.
I think it's offset. I think Valpo had one, and I think Michigan City retaliated.
Let's head down to the field to figure out where the calls are going to go.
Well, Michigan City might have thrown a punch. I don't know if that's we'll see. I don't want to guess.
The officials continue to hash it out, conferencing around the Michigan City 35-yard line. Both teams head to their respective sidelines for the moment. They'll take advantage of this free timeout.
The old Strachan Van Til scoreboard update here. New Prairie's up on Mishawaka Marion 24-7.
The referees now conference in full. And Oregon City trails Valparaiso 24-7. The last thing they need is to set their offense back even further.
Yeah. Again, they're just self-inflicted stuff here. Looks like they're going hurry up. They're getting ready.
It looks like they think the penalty is on Valpo. They've got their offense in formation already. Shotgun. Valparaiso rushes 4. Bush rolls right, heaving it over the middle. Hart grabs it at midfield and takes a couple Valpo defenders with him to the 49-yard line. Once again, Hart comes through. Michigan City turns to their top target.
And that when Hart catches it like that, he looked like a man among boys. He had size advantage over the secondary.
He's showing exactly why he was named a 4-star recruit. The Syracuse commit is putting this Michigan City offense on his back.
Yeah, he was, like I said, it's like playing with your dad right there when you were a kid. He was just bigger than those guys.
1st and 10 for the Michigan City offense on the Valparaiso 49-yard line. Bush drops back over the middle once again. He's got Collins past the defense. He can't find the football.
A little miscommunication there between the quarterback and the receiver.
Bush fired that ball to the outside. Collins was darting up the seam. Fortunately for the Wolves, that falls harmlessly incomplete.
Yeah. Strike and Van Til scoreboard update real quick from Chesterton. My wife is sending me scores, Ryan. Sorry. 21-7.
Chesterton grad?
No. She's with our grandson. He's a Chesterton
there you go.
up-and-comer.
There you go.
So 21-7 Chesterton. 10.5 minutes left.
Good way to bounce back after Michigan City took them down last week.
Yeah, they're looking good so far.
2nd and 10 for Michigan City. They
Screen.
fake the screen, go the other way to Hart. Past the 45, he gets wrapped up, gains a couple yards on the tackle, and that'll set up 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, you got about 5 or 6 yards there. He's a dangerous player, isn't he?
Hart can do it all.
He can do it all.
He's a threat out of the backfield, a threat in the passing game. Valparaiso's had their hands full with him all night long. Fortunately, though, hasn't resulted in too much damage on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but down the road, he's the kind of guy, he'll maybe go to Syracuse, redshirt a year, put on some muscle, and maybe end up in the slot somewhere.
Bush to throw, pressure coming. He avoids the sack and gets his way back to the line of scrimmage. But Valparaiso sent the heat, and it worked. 4th and 5, Michigan City will have to go for it.
That's about it. No doubter here for Michigan City. Still time, I think. I still feel like there's time, but they gotta convert.
Bush looks to the sidelines for the play. Clock continues to run under 10 minutes to go here at Vikings Field.
Got maybe a little corner pattern here.
Bush will throw.
There it is.
Going deep for Miller. Intercepted. It's Tyler Verscher up the near sidelines. Hesitates. Gets out of bounds at his own 37. Michigan City trying to hit the home run ball on 4th down, and Valparaiso forces yet another turnover.
I've been very impressed, and we talked about it over and over again. But that Valpo secondary is doing a better job of not letting guys get over them, right? They're not letting guys get behind them. They're keeping the Michigan City receiver in front, maybe one in front, one behind, but great adjustment there by Coach Bernardi and his staff.
Michigan City gashed them through the air in the first half. Valparaiso's made the necessary adjustments, and they can play from in front, a 17-point game with under 10 to go. They go with the swing pass out to Andrew Alcorn on 1st down. Michigan City swallows him up behind the line of scrimmage.
Good hitting there by Michigan City. Another gang tackle. It's like number 25 was in on that.
It's Michael Crawford.
Michael Crawford. I saw number 6.
Thomas Farrell was also involved. But right now, if you're Valparaiso, your first priority has to be to shorten this game.
And maintain the ball. 2 hands on the ball. If I'm Michigan City, conversely, I'm going for the ball. I'm punching. I'm getting the ball.
Hand it off to Davis over the middle. Valparaiso gets nothing. Thomas Farrell in on the stop once again. The Vikings cannot pick up any yardage with their bell cow back. It's 3rd and 9.
Yeah. Michigan City's really bringing the house. If they were to do a play action, they probably have something over the middle and over the top if they wanted it. Or they can just choose to play it safe and eat the clock.
Pardon me, it's 3rd and 8. The referees responded the ball at the Valparaiso 40 as the clock continues to run under 8:30 to go here at Vikings Field.
You got a single safety back there.
Clark will drop back. Evades the pressure, rolls to his right, over the middle. It's a complete pass.
What a great play.
Keegan Begley had to go down and get it, and he makes an impressive grab to move the chains.
That was a great throw by Clark because he put it in a spot where only his guy could get. It's either going to be incomplete, and we're going to bounce it in, or it's going to be caught, and trust your guy to go down and make a catch.
1st and 10 for Valparaiso. The clock drips to 8 minutes in the fourth quarter. The Vikings in no hurry to get to the line of scrimmage. 4 receivers set for him. They go with the screen pass out to Bradney. He's got space up past the 40, slides down. It looks like he's got first down yardage.
I hope everybody's okay.
I think Bradney may have just lost his footing there, but he's up quickly. Fortunately, no damage done.
Yeah, Caden Pierce went down weird, though, too. Do you see that? He kind of got twisted up.
It's 1st and 10 for Valparaiso at the Michigan City 38 as they continue to press forward, looking for that final kill shot. We'll stop play momentarily. There is a a Michigan City player down. Valparaiso's training staff is out to tend to him. Here comes Michigan City's athletic trainer, and he'll receive some medical attention. As he does so, we'll head to break. You're watching Game Night, built by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Growing up in Northwest Indiana, I am proud that my family's been doing business here for nearly 100 years, which started with my grandfather, John Gladish. Over my career, I've witnessed families being torn apart by the negligence of others, and everything from unguarded openings at construction sites to reckless driving on our roads. Our experienced attorneys, paralegals, and staff know that insurance companies and their lawyers will go to great lengths to avoid paying compensation. Do not waste your one and only opportunity to seek fair compensation for your loss. Give the Gladish Law Group a call and put our team to work for you.
Welcome back to Game Night in the Region, built by Von Tobel. As Emarion Hodgson gets helped off the field, we'll send it over to Doug Nelson with a Strachan Van Til scoreboard update.
Real quick, Boone Grove's up on South Central 28-14, and a big one here. Hanover Central has extended the lead over Lowell 35-0 in the third quarter. Kind of putting it to Lowell.
Here at Vikings Field, though, Valparaiso leads Michigan City 24-7. 7:41 to go in the fourth quarter as the referee signals the game clock to wind. Michigan City puts 7 in the box. They go with a handoff up the middle. Thomas Berta past the 35, and he drops forward to around the Michigan City 33. Some contact after the whistle. The Valparaiso fans want a late hit on the Michigan City defense. They won't get it.
Nah, that's not what they wanted. The Michigan City guy was down. Hallforth was showing great sportsmanship, tried to help him up, and the kid said no. He waited for his guy to show up, so no big deal.
George Branch limps off the field, heading towards the medical tent. The Wolves will be without one of their starting defensive linemen. They go handoff up the middle. Davis on second down, and he carries past the first down marker.
They are just chewing up the clock at this point.
This is how you win a game like this. You just turn to the run, turn the clock down, make sure Michigan City does not see the football.
Exactly. When you got Travis Davis, just feed him in between the tackles.
6:30 to go, and Michigan City trails Valparaiso 24-7. Handoff up the middle. It's Davis once again. Brings a couple of Michigan City defenders with him down to the 25.
Yeah. Just move the pile forward.
Goes as a 5-yard gain. Davis, another nice carry on first down. And Valparaiso continues to let the clock drip down. Now under 6 minutes to go.
This is the situation where Coach is going to come. Coach French is going to come back with this film. I'll let you get this play.
Berta in at running back. Michigan City moves a little early. Valparaiso will get the first down.
What I was going to say, Ryan, is these two will play each other in the sectional 10 playoffs at some point. It could be in the semifinal, it could be in the final. But Coach French will tell them, guys, we beat ourselves tonight. Valpo's a nice team, of course, but when Michigan City was not doing self-inflicted problems, they hung with them.
They go Berta up the gut once again, and that should be enough for the first down. The penalty put them at 2nd and 1, but now Valparaiso moves the chains.
Yeah. Again, you kind of see the body language of Michigan City. It's kind of like sinking in on them a little bit. But you just kind of notice it. They're just trying to get stops at this point.
Valpo back inside the red zone. 1st and 10 at the Michigan City 17. They go Davis up the middle, cuts towards the 10. He's down at the Michigan City 9. Clock continues to run, a gain of 8 on first down.
You know what else I like is this is the kind of football that wins when the weather gets yucky, right? Keep the ball on the ground in between the tackles. You got many weapons in between that move the ball on the ground. They can move the ball in more than one way.
And the three-headed monster of Davis, Berta, and Clark running the rock could cause serious problems come playoff time.
Yes, for sure. And like I said, they've got that Gage Finley who hasn't even seen the field yet, but he's also very tough.
Haven't really needed him tonight. The way that Davis and Clark have been running the football, Berta's been very good in spot duty as well.
Well, I'm sure he'll be taking the field tomorrow in the JV game, but you got to get that guy touches. Like I said, he could be a starting running back and other teams here in the Doolin.
Clock continues to run, 2nd and 2 for the Valparaiso offense. They go Davis up the middle, spins past the defender at the 5, and he's in. Davis sees Pater once again. His 2nd touchdown tonight, 30-7 Valparaiso.
Yeah, put a little exclamation point. Great game by him. He hit holes. Great job by his line all night long, making the holes nice and big for him.
Wilcox on for the extra point to make this 31-7 in favor of the home team. Michigan City jumped early. The flags fly. Drayden Wilcox nailed the extra point. Looks like they will decline this penalty and take the PAT. We'll come back with the decision in just a few moments. 4:52 to play in Valparaiso. 30-7, the Vikings lead it here on the Region Sports Network. It's game night in the region, built by Von Tobel, the only game in town. Welcome back to game night in the region, built by Von Tobel. We'll take the extra point one more time. Wilcox on to kick for Valparaiso. His kick is through. Make it 31-7 Valparaiso. And that sends us to break. It's been all Vikings here in the second half. 31-7 the score here on game night in the region, built by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network. The only game in town.
Since 2000, Hose Connections in Hammond has been a premier leader in the hydraulics industry. Hose Connections is a one-stop shop offering quality hydraulic and pneumatic products and services. Hose Connections takes pride in not only meeting but exceeding customers' expectations. To learn all about the products and services that Hose Connections offers, visit hoseconnectionsinc.com or call 219-844-6570. Hose Connections in Hammond. Proven under pressure.
Have you checked out Send Your Bank's student checking account? This no-fee checking account is perfect for students and teens ages 14 to 24 and comes with all the features you need to succeed, such as a debit card, digital banking, and automatic deposit. Send to Your Bank can help you start establishing good spending habits today for your better tomorrow. For more information, visit sendtier.com/student-checking or visit your local branch. If you are under the age of 18, your parent or guardian must also sign on the Send to Your student checking account. At the age of 25, your account will automatically convert to the Send to Your checking account. You must deposit $25 to open this account. This account is not eligible for overdraft advantage. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Game Night in the Region, built by Von Tobel. This one looks like it's on ice. Another Travis Davis touchdown has Valparaiso ahead 31-7 over Michigan City as Drayden Wilcox gets set to kick it off once again. This, of course, a Quintel kickoff. Coleman and Collins back deep for Michigan City as Wilcox puts his foot through it. Collins fields it at his own 3, dashes up the middle, breaks towards the far sideline where he runs into a Valparaiso defender. And Michigan City will get their offense going at their own 20.
Quick Strack and Van Til scoreboard update. Munster pulls in by a touchdown. Andrain is up 21-14 with 3.5 minutes left in the fourth. Things get a little tight over there.
I'm sure we'll be in for a very good finish over in Munster.
Another quick score. Hobart is up on Kankakee Valley, 47-26 at the end of the third.
That one maybe not as much.
A lot of points put up there.
That was the shootout you were expecting this to be, I'm sure.
Well, if they didn't turn it over or shoot themselves in the foot, we'd be all right.
They go handoff to Hart to the left side, bounces off a tackler and leans back towards his own 25. Valparaiso's defense, even with a 24-point cushion, is still bringing the intensity.
Tyveen, he can hit. That's the understatement of the night.
He's been proven that play in and play out.
Man alive, he hits it.
It goes as a gain of 3, 2nd and 7 for Michigan City at their own 23. At this point for Michigan City's offense, this is just to get some good film for tomorrow. Throw over the middle. Martin can't go down and get that one towards his shoelaces.
Strack and Van Dil's scoreboard update. River Forest 20, Gary Westside 22 with 8 minutes left. Westside coming back. Back and forth battles here in the region.
It's 3rd and 7 for the Michigan City offense. Tyler Bush looks towards his own sideline for the play call. Collier goes in motion. They fake the handoff to him. He flings it down the far sideline.
That's
incomplete, but Valparaiso was all over Kyron Hart. This should be defensive pass interference.
Yeah, the defender's got to turn around and at least find the ball, make a play on the ball. He was playing on the receiver the entire time. Michigan City receiver, he never had a chance for the ball because he was taken out of the play. Like you said, Kyron Hart made great effort. He's a freshman, Ryan.
Certainly won the trust of his head coach early on in his high school career, and he's had plenty of snaps tonight.
Yeah, he's, again, one of those playmakers. Exciting things happen when the ball's around him.
Michigan City takes the 15-yard penalty, 1st and 10 at the Valparaiso 38. Coleman in at running back. They fake it to him, go to Coleman on the end around, nowhere to go. Collins just swamped behind the line of scrimmage. And a big celebration there. Sam Thorgren in on the stop. He was trying to hype the crowd up after that tackle.
So Brady Blasky, the senior, in on that as well. But great pursuit coming from behind there. The Vikings are like they swarm. They swarm to the ball, and the adjustments that they made here in the second half. It's right. Michigan City hasn't scored in the second half.
The Wolves called timeout, perhaps an injury timeout with offensive lineman Edgar Garcia heading off the field. Hopefully he's okay. Michigan City has to send a new guy out there in his place, and they call upon Cameron Dysky.
Strachan Van Til, scoreboard update. Highland and Hammond Central up, tied at 15.
2nd and 13 for Michigan City as they have to play from behind the sticks once again. Play action pass over the middle. Martin hauls it in at midfield and falls forward inside the 45. Bush finds Benjamin Martin in stride. Michigan City back to the air. They've got another first down.
Well, I think when Bush has time, he can set his feet. These guys are going to get open. It looks like with the lead, Valpo's kind of pulled the dogs off a little bit here. Only bringing 4, not doing the blitzes they were doing there in the third quarter that really rushed Bush.
Under 3 to play here at Vikings Field. Michigan City looking for one more score to carry some momentum into next week. Bush on the move to his left towards the sideline. It's picked off. Valparaiso comes up with another turnover.
32.
Sammy Ampeliotis picks Bush off, his second of the game, and that might be it for Michigan City.
Yeah, again, that's a tough throw. Rolling to his left, throwing to his left. Again, that's just, I know we've been talking about it, but the defensive adjustments that Valpo made in the second half, very impressive.
Michigan City had been beating them with the chunk play all throughout the first half, but it hasn't felt like their offense was ever in rhythm out of the halftime break.
No, they were bringing pressure up the middle. Putting pressure on Bush so he didn't have all day to throw.
Valpo back to work offensively. Handoff up the gut for Berta. Shakes off a tackler. Michigan City swallows him up at their own 49. Valparaiso a big gain on first down, but I can't imagine they'll have any hurry to this offense late. With that, the clock winding down, Valparaiso has a clear hold on this one. Let's run through tonight's post-game awards after this next play.
I think Travis Davis might be done for the evening. Great evening for him.
They go up the middle with Berta again. He fights forward and picks up a Valparaiso first down. You talk about the Crowell Company's Lantern Man superhero of the game, you think the conversation has to begin and end with Davis.
Absolutely. What a workhorse tonight. He just gets better, not only as the game goes on, but as the season goes on. Man, he's looking stronger and fresher. And, we've talked about the three-headed monster they got back there. But, what a great game for him tonight.
That is your Crowell Company's Lantern Man superhero of the game. Crowell Companies are the insurance superheroes. Henry Gilliana in at running back for Michigan City as Justin Clark just kneels it down. Next up on the list, your Boilermakers local 374 blue-collar player of the game. Doug, who are you thinking right here?
Well, I'm looking at the Valpo Ty Veen, number 47. What a night he had. He had some hits all night long. Ty Veen was really the head of the snake there tonight for the Valpo defense and laying the lumber all over the place for Valpo.
Hard to argue with you there. Ty Veen is tonight's Boilermakers local 374 blue-collar player of the game. One more kneel down. This should do it. Of course, Boilermakers Local 374. Earn while you learn with Boilermakers Local 374. One last award to hand out before we send it back to the Centier Bank Studios, your Proud Union home play of the game.
I'm thinking Mike Zamia. Mike, I hope you have a good evening, by the way. But real quick, third quarter, I think Justin Clark had that 73-yard run. That came after a 3-and-out by Michigan City. That really, Valpo left no doubt from that point forward, right? Michigan City thought they were still in it. Clark did a great job. The line did a great job. He was not caught from behind, and that was all she wrote.
And it felt like that was the big play that gave Valparaiso that final edge to start the third quarter. We thought out of halftime Michigan City had an outside shot down by 10, but after the Wolves 3-and-out, Clark goes off for that touchdown. It felt like that was all she wrote. Yeah, you could feel the air out of the balloon right there, right? I mean, they tried and fought all night in the third quarter and the second half, but that really hurt. That made their chances a lot tougher after that. Tonight's Proud Union home play of the game is presented by IKORCC, the Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio Regional Council of Carpenters. With that, we'll send it back to the Centier Bank Studio where Jack Thiel has the wrap-up show for you for tonight. One last time here at Vikings Field, it's the Valparaiso Vikings 31 and the Michigan City Wolves 7. I'd like to thank our management team for tonight's game, our executive producer, Chris Ramirez, our operations manager, Rich Castillo, our coordinating producer, Claude Martinez, and our sports director, Jack Thiel. Big thank you to our producers, Zach Zanelli and Zach Miller. A special thank you to the head coaches of both teams, Valpo's Bill Marshall and Michigan City's Cody French, the athletic directors for both teams for Michigan City, Craig Sharman, and Valparaiso, Stacy Adams. And thank you to all our viewers on our 4 platforms on YouTube, Facebook, regionsports.com, and IHSAATV.org. For Doug Nelson, I'm Ryan Zimmerman. Thanks so much for tuning into this edition of Game Night in the Region, built by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. We'll send it over to Jack Thiel in our Centier Bank Studios for the late night wrap-up show.